I'm Hansika Singh, a veterinary student from NTR College of Veterinary Sciences, India.
Hello everyone, I am Hafu Vet Japan and I am here to talk a little bit about my experiences as a veterinary student.
Hi there, my name is Crystal Sasseli, I'm 24 and I'm a vet student studying in Spain.
So my name is Rachel Ellard. I am a veterinary student from Texas A&M University College of Veterinary Medicine.
Hey guys, my name is Dr. Ross Bernstein. I'm a veterinarian.
I decided to go into veterinary medicine because I love animals, I'm sure like every other veterinarian out there, but I'm also passionate about exotic animals, and I realized I could do a lot more with exotics when working as a vet. I applied to veterinary school, really excited to get in, and I'm still continuing my research today.
For as long as I can remember, I've always loved being around animals, and at school I used to really like sciences and dissection things, so it came to me like naturally.
I'd always loved animals, always loved science and medicine. There's such a huge variety, you never know what you're gonna see. And it's awesome working with animals. You also work with people a lot too, which is another thing that I really like.
Well, as a kid, I've always loved animals, and as a student, I've always loved science. But I think it was my first adopted pet that turned me into this profession. When I first took my pet into the veterinary clinic, I was so fascinated by so many dogs coming in, so many happy and some sad cases as well. And then when I saw them getting themselves treated and moving out of the clinic, I think that moment I just decided that I have to be a vet.
I am one of those people that always knew that I wanted to be a vet. I grew up on a thoroughbred farm. I had, I think, 13 dogs growing up. It was just something that was a passion for me from the time I was very, very small. I watched emergency vets on Animal Planet almost religiously.
It's the variety, you never know what you're gonna get. Gotta be prepared for anything. Gotta work with your hands, work with animals, work with people. It's the best combination.
Biggest challenge for a veterinarian is definitely our patients, because it's such a huge variety of patients, and also the expectations of people. People would expect you to treat just all the animals and not just dogs or cats or cattle or any domestic animal coming to the clinics. They would also want you to treat, say, a chinchilla, say a kangaroo, a snake, and you must know at least the basics as much as you can for all the animals.
One of the main challenges that, particularly in Spain, the owners don't have enough money, so sometimes we cannot really do anything to help the animals, any exams or blood tests. The owner sometimes it's a bit tricky to talk with them. They think sometimes that they know more or that we are just here to steal their money, and that's really something that I think with time we have to learn how to deal with it.
With human doctors, you could ask a patient, where does it hurt, or how long has this been happening, or how do you feel? But like with animals, they can't talk to us, so it's really challenging, and I feel like you have to kind of be a detective to get through some of the cases.
Probably the biggest thing I would say is time management. At least what I've seen here in Japan, the working hours are extremely long, 6 days a week often, with surgeries squeezed in between your morning and evening appointments. You have to perform at such a high level all the time with a huge amount of responsibility. It takes a toll on your social life, it takes a toll on your family life. You really, I think, have to be sure that this is your passion, and oftentimes really sad cases that we have to face as veterinarians.
It's also a really noble profession because, with humans, they can bring things upon themselves. Like if they, smoke a pack of cigarettes, and they can develop the disease, and it's kind of, their own fault, unfortunately. But with animals, they're innocent. A lot of pets, their owners overfeed them, and it's not the pet's fault. It's just the owners, and they become obese, and they're suffering because of something that they can't control. So, animals are voiceless. They really need our help to protect them and take care of them. So it's also a really noble profession, I think.
Veterinary profession is no doubt a very noble profession because we are treating so many different kinds of animals. But at the same time, a very challenging profession too, for the very same reason that we have to treat so many different kinds of animals. There's never a full stop or a limitation that you just have to treat this number of animals. We treat somebody who cannot speak for themselves.
I would say if you're trying to get into vet school, get involved in research because it shows that you're, science-minded and that you can think and be creative and learn how to develop scientific methods, which is really important. GPA, has to be good. Experience working as a veterinary technician if you can.
Probably the most important thing is to get good grades in school, good grades, good test scores, and then also get some experience. You can volunteer, you can work in an animal hospital and shelters, rehabilitation centers. You can also do research.
In India, to get into a veterinary college, you just need to clear the entrance exam. But I guess apart from that, you can start early. Like start reading about the basic things. Just like start reading about different breeds of dogs, maybe knowing the temperatures of different species, know about the number of teeth in different species, the total number of bones in different species, or maybe some interesting facts about the animals. My journey has been definitely a very memorable one because it was a new state altogether, new friends, the professors, the bond that you develop with everyone around you. Well, first year was definitely tough because the subjects aren't easy. Anatomy was one of the toughest subjects I feel. Physiology was tough as well. But I guess that as you pick up with the pace and as you move further with the years, you automatically understand that grades are important but aren't everything. It is how much the skills that you have, how well are you able to understand and diagnose and treat the animal. I think that what matters a lot. And I guess that my journey, especially from the 4th year, because that's when we started going to the clinics, it has been a beautiful journey.
I've had a wonderful time being a veterinary student at Texas A&M University. It was challenging in the beginning, going through all those classes, but it gets easier, it gets better. Classes definitely start to click after a little while, and you get into a sort of routine. I can't wait to become a veterinarian and be a voice for exotic animals.
There is also a farm at the university where we can practice with the animals, cows, sheep, and horses. And we also get to do some necropsies and dissections from the first year.
It's a huge learning process. The Japanese system of education is very different than what I would expect from, say, an American or more westernized program. There is a lot more theoretical classes that you have to take before you really get to have any sort of clinical experience. Having to do 11 or 12 or 13 classes at the same time in Japanese, physiology, biochemistry, bacteriology, virology, and having all be heavily memorization based, that was a huge challenge.
And this is one of the reasons why I love being a vet. You get to work with all the animals.
I am proud to be a veterinary student, and I can't wait to be a veterinarian.
いい獣医になりたいので勉強一生懸命頑張ります。よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございます。
Estoy orgullosa de estudiar la medicina veterinaria.
जानवरों का डॉक्टर होना एक बहुत ही गर्व की बात है और मैं गर्व से कह सकती हूँ कि मैं एक वेटनरी स्टूडेंट हूँ।